is definitely a major part of why the Kansas City Chiefs went on their 2 Super Bowl runs. Now back to the Bucs. Super Bowl 37 versus Super Bowl 55. If you had to pick the defense that was the best, which one are you rolling with? And why?
37. That's not even
I would
debatable.
You got to tell us why. You just can't tell us 37.
Okay,
tell
I
us
will
why.
tell you. Let me tell you why. Because we got 4 Hall of Famers on that defense. That's why. And then and on each level, we got John Lynch, we got Derek Brooks, and we got Warren Sapp. Every level had a Hall of Famer. And all those Hall of Famers
Eventually
was the leader, huh?
I mean, if that's your argument, we could all argue that the defensive line for Super Bowl 55 has a Hall of Famer, the linebackers have a Hall of Famer, and Anton Whitfield is going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Let me continue. The reason why you got to judge that like that because they're already Hall of Famers. We got to wait for this defense. That defense was good for 10 years.
No, I'm talking about that. Listen what I said. I didn't say who had the best legendary defense. I said Super Bowl 55 versus Super Bowl 37. That one game, those 2 games, which
37.
defense was the best?
37. We had 5 interceptions in that game. 3 for touchdowns.
There we go. Okay. There you go.
3 for touchdowns. We had 5 interceptions. 3 for touchdowns. We had Monty Kiffin calling our defense. Let me tell you something. 55 is about 1 inch away. So don't get it twisted. They put on a heck of a performance. They are 1 inch away. I'm barely putting them up because we have more turnovers for touchdowns. But I'm barely just putting them up because, of course, somebody could make a case for 55. I'm not going to be all mad if you make a case for 55. Oh, it's not like that. I'm not trying to be like that. So somebody definitely can make a case for 55 because I love them both. Go ahead.
37 was dominant all year, though, man. Them boys are pure dogs. I'll take Sapp, Brooks, Lynch. I'll take them any day. Any day. And we got to realize too, the game is a lot different than what we playing now too.
That's right.
And those dudes still dominated.
Thanks.
I would have to say it will be close, but in the end, I will go with 37. But this is the argument people keep making. I'm tired of hearing Mahomes is this and this and that, the greatest show on turf. You telling me the greatest person, the greatest show on turf, all this, more points in a season than any other team had in history in 1 year, and you go to the Super Bowl and you can't even score 3 points a game. But y'all said this is the best offense ever. And only scored 9 points.
But you got to think, when the Buck in 37, Rich was an MVP that year. Raiders quarterback.
Yeah, he was. They had number 1
MVP,
offense.
yeah.
They had number 1 offense.
He wasn't MVP, but I would say they wasn't calling him the GOAT like they calling this.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's now. Now I agree with 37.
All time.
Now, I agree that 37, because hindsight is 2020. So they full of Hall of Famers. I agree 37, and whoever you give it to, I think it's only by a few inches. But let me say this. The commentary on Rich Gannon and the Oakland Raiders was like slop in comparison to the commentary surrounding the Chiefs. The Chiefs this year is infinitely better than the Raiders of Super Bowl 37. It's not even close. Is Rich Gannon in the Hall of Fame?
But
no, man, I'm just asking.
It's a different game. It's a different game.
It is a different game.
You can't touch these receivers. You can't even look at them the wrong way. Back then, they played football.
But it's a faster game now.
NFL
it requires a lot of skill.
The NFL now is an offensive league. They bolster the offense. The changes have made to make the offenses a lot better. That's why you see these guys a lot better.
That's true.
37, it's a different ball game.
Which is why I say 55 was the better defense, because everything is tailor-made to make the offense be ridiculous and unstoppable. And we held this football team to no touchdowns.
That's
They
unheard
didn't
of.
score. Patrick Mahomes, whether you agree with it or not, they were saying that if he retired today, he's in the Hall of Fame. And if he would have beat Tom Brady, he was going to be the greatest of all time. And they didn't score one touchdown. Ain't nobody ever attached the word great to nothing Rich Gannon ever did.
MVP
And he
season,
had,
man.
and yeah, he did. And he had two old receivers, slow, in Tim Brown and Jerry Rice, two older receivers, slow, out of their prime, overachieving that year. And this Kansas City Chiefs team came in with Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, a plethora of skill players, and they didn't score not one touchdown. I'm sorry. I love 37. I grew up watching those guys, but I got to give that to the boys who just won last night. That was remarkable.